Hey, welcome back. Today we're talking about book 13. I went into a financial area this time. Your Money or Your Life by Vicki Robin. This was a recommendation from somebody and I didn't love it. I'm going to be really honest. Part of it I think is because I actually know a lot of these concepts and the things that I already use in my everyday life. But for somebody who has no idea about money, this is a really, really good book. It breaks it down into 9 different steps. And so one of the biggest ones for me, though, and the one I want to talk to you guys about today was, how much are you trading your life energy for? So what that means is when you go to work, right, say you make $20 an hour. What is your actual take home at the end of that? And I'm not talking net gross paycheck deductions. I'm talking what are all your costs that are going into it? So everything from commuting to costuming, right? Do you have to wear certain clothes for work? Do you have to buy certain things? Meals? Daily decompression, that time that it takes at the end of the day, beginning of the day to decompress. Do you need to have a cigarette? Do you need to have a glass of wine? Do you need to read a book, buy a magazine, stop for that coffee, right? Those are all expenses that are now tied to this job. Escape entertainment, vacations and expensive playthings, job-related illness, and other job-related expenses. And then it breaks it down into what your actual real hourly wage is. What are you actually making? And then breaking that down into every dollar spent represents how much of your life energy. So if you are making $20 an hour, but your expenses, so I'll give you the example actually here in the book, is $17 an hour is the job. At 40 hours a week is $680 a week that you're going to make, right, on your basic job before adjustments. Once you take off all those expenses, though, all of a sudden you're actually only making $6 an hour and $420 a week, and it's taking up 70 hours, of your week just tied to your job. How crazy is that? It's actually kind of depressing to figure out. But when you look at that, then when you go buy something, right? So if you're making $6 an hour, well, but you want to buy something that's $60, that's going to take up 10 hours of your time to earn the money to purchase that item. Is it worth it? Is it actually worth it? And that's something my husband and I have done for years. I often joke about it that, I'm going to go shopping and I'm going to spend 1 hour of work. But to actually sit down and break it out into these figures was a really interesting thing for me to do, to figure out what is it I'm actually making on an hourly basis. And if I'm working only 3 hours or 6 hours or 8 hours a day, but it's taking me however long to do. So for example, in my week, if I schedule in like 23 hours of coaching, it's a 72-hour week. Between meetings I have to go to and networking I have to do and time in between clients and my growth and self-development and dealing with bookkeepers and accountants and answering emails and phone calls and file paperwork and everything else, that's what it equals. So that amount of money I'm now making isn't as impressive as it would be if I divided that only by the 23 hours. So when we go shopping, when we spend money, how much time is it actually taking? Is it actually worth it? Do you actually need that item? And should there be a shift maybe in what you're doing for work? So it was an interesting one. If you have any questions about money, right? It's 9 steps to transforming your relationship with money and achieving financial independence. If you have any questions about that, let me know. It's something that I'm very interested in, or if you have any other books you recommend based on this kind of theme, or let me know what you think of it if you've read it before. Thank you so much for checking in. I can't wait to tell you about my next book. Talk to you guys soon.